Hey guys, good afternoon. I am back. I think this is the first video in 2018, so hopefully everybody had a happy new year. And as I had said for my regular viewers, I am somewhat clean shaven again, kind of looking like a high school boy again, I guess. Maybe not that much. That might be a stretch of the imagination. I had some electrical issues in the workshop, so I ran a new electrical panel, and today we're going to try that out and see how we did. We're going to fire up the welder and we're going to build a real quick, down and dirty garden hose hanger. So let's get going. Oh, this behind me, you see that? That big heavy stuff right there. What's that saying? Measure once, cut twice, measure twice, cut one, whatever, I don't know. This right here, that is a mistake when you need 22 feet of wire and you only get 20. So that's what that is. Let me show you what so this is what we had to do over here. And I know for you, if I've got any electricians watching, I know this is a no-no, bad, I know. Supposed to have 3 feet around it, I believe. So I've got a new outlet there, and this will allow me to go with all kinds of new circuits in the shop. And I was just running out of power. So let me show you how I ran that. Okay, so this is the original service to the house, and then that also fed my workshop. So now what I've done is I've come out with a 100 amp service sub panel. So now I'm feeding just the shop alone with a 100 amp service, and that leads over there to that wall, and then from that side of the wall it comes around, as you can see, right up there, right there, and it comes down, and then it feeds this, and then I've got like 14 circuits in there, so it's got 220 now, and I've got a new outlet here, which is nice, nice and close to this workbench. So yeah, got a little bit of new electrical. So let's try everything out and see how it's going to work today, and we'll get to building. But yeah, what a mess. So, and I ended up cutting out a bunch of existing stuff and updating a couple things that were possible fire hazard, and yeah, whatever that saying is, measure it. Yeah, measure twice, cut once. That's what it is. Well, yeah, do that. Might save you some money. All right, guys, I just ran outside to get some stuff for next week's project. It's back in here. Let me bring you out. Let me show you this. This is ridiculous. Hold on. All right, so you guys heard about the snow bomb or whatever it's called. Here in New England or Maine, we just call it winter, but I guess they're calling it snow bomb or whatever that's called. But yeah, we got a little bit of snow. I just finished snow blowing the driveway. If you guys remember, I put those new skids on it not too long ago, and they worked really good. But I mean, look how much snow we got. There's about a foot right there. About a foot of snow. There's the old pile trailers, a little buried, but yeah, look at the snow bankings. Here's the neighbor's garage, and look how high up those bankings are. But yeah, it's already snowing again. It doesn't quit. It won't end. But yeah, this whole snow bomb thing, we don't call it snow bomb. We don't call it snow bomb here in Maine. We just call that winter weather. And if you don't like it, wait a little while. It'll change. It's Maine.
All right, so let's get this thing fired up and see how we did here. The one thing I really like is now that I have my bench here, I've got the outlets on the front of my bench. I can actually plug the welder directly into that. It's real handy. So we're going to clamp up our first piece here, and I'm just going to draw it out and get everything cut to length, or marked out anyways.
Going to do that little fold over trick right here that you guys have seen me do before. That way it'll give this a nice smooth edge. It'll automatically be finished.
So now I'm just taking my portable bandsaw and just holding it up there. You can get it pretty close to this, pretty accurate. I think the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And now I'm beveling all my edges.
There, and by grinding the bevels on them before I folded it, now it's all pre-made up.
So now I'm just kind of going back and forth, marking everything to length, getting things all cut off, and getting everything prepped up. And this is going to be a little angle bracket. It'll be clear here in a minute, just to support that leg. That's going to be the underside of it. And you can see just kind of roughing everything out. I'm just making little marks here and there. It doesn't have to be super perfect. And this is just kind of a real quick project, just to mainly try out the power. You guys don't normally see me doing this, but I have to unplug and replug a lot of things in while I'm doing my videos, just because everything's drawing so much power. And I only had before one 20 amp circuit in the workshop. Now I have like 14 of them, so it should make my work a lot easier. And now I'm just getting everything all beveled up. Beveling it up makes it really nice, because that way you can get a real nice deep weld in there, and your weld isn't overly proud on top of the piece you're trying to do. So now I'm just kind of tacking everything together, checking, make sure that everything is all square, and put in my little angle bracket. We'll get that tacked on, and then I'll flip it over, and then we'll start welding everything out. We're in the home stretch, guys. We're almost done. So what I'm doing here is I'm just fabricating up some plates that'll go inside the ends of those tubes to kind of finish off the end of the tube so that it's not hollow or open. I don't really have to do this. It's kind of an added step, but it kind of gives it, in my opinion at least, a finished look. Whenever you leave the ends open on a tube, I think it just looks kind of like it's not done. So whenever I can, I like to cap it off and finish it out. Here I'm just using a little magnet to hold that little piece in. And if you guys have ever welded against magnets, it's difficult to do because it tends to pull the weld puddle around. So I just put a little tiny tack on there, and then just get it on there, then pull the magnet off, and then start welding it out. And then what I'll do is grind these off after, so it's nice and flush, and it actually gives the tube an appearance as though it's a solid tube. Plus nothing gets in there, and it just looks nice. I think it just gives it a little bit more of a professional look, that's all. Doesn't have to be done, it's just kind of one of those added little nuances that makes it look better, I think. And now I'm just grinding everything up, making it look decent, and I'm center punching it out because we got to mount this to the wall. This is actually going to be mounted in a block wall, so I start out punching this, and then I bring it over to the drill press and drill it with one of these step drills. But as you'll see, I'm just kind of holding this with my hand, and I snap the drill off, and it's coming up right now. So here it is, I'm drilling. Piece lifts up, boom, snap the end of it right off. So now I've switched over to I believe that's a 7/16 drill bit, and I'm just going to finish it up. here it is all mocked up and painted. I'm super happy with how it came out, and I'm even more happy with the fact that my electrical worked out great and I don't have to plug and replug. It was awesome.
And that's all there is to it, guys. If this is something that you like, please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to check back so that way you guys can see what we're going to be building with those. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. See ya.